From ABC, this is World News Tonight.
We have put conflict resolution on the American agenda tonight. Not conflict, nor for that matter resolution in the Persian Gulf, but conflict resolution in the school playground. We've done so because fighting interferes with learning. And it is possible to teach young people how to disagree without fighting, and how to discipline themselves without the involvement of adults. The news is that schools across the country are training students in the same techniques used by diplomats. And it is apparently working. Our agenda reporter tonight is Bill Blakemore.
In a peaceful schoolyard in Brooklyn, a fight starts to break out.
James, stop! Something's going on.
A trip to the principal's office?
Okay, let's go.
No. At Public School 217, the kids have an option.
Do you want to be mediated?
They can be mediated by fellow students trained in conflict resolution. The principals love it. Here, there used to be 3 or 4 physical fights every lunch hour. Now,
kids are still fighting verbally, they're arguing, but it doesn't seem to go to that final step.
Okay, we're going to mediate you.
And unlike settlements imposed by principals, these resolutions usually stay resolved because the kids confront the real issues themselves.
Okay, now who wants to tell me what happened?
Alex was pushing us to fight, but I didn't want to fight.
Okay, so you're saying...
These student mediators are not just making it up as they go along. They've been trained to insist on certain rules.
The first rule is no interruptions. The second rule is no name calling, and the third rule is you have to work hard to solve the problem.
They've been taught special techniques to help their fellow students solve their own problems, such as getting the disputants to describe their feelings.
So how do you feel?
Still see it.
Still saying that you're not friends?
Restating what the disputants say, getting them to suggest solutions.
What can you do so that you can be friends again, so that you won't have to pretend to fight?
Say sorry.
Say sorry?
The process works again and again.
Are you ready to say you're sorry now?
Sorry.
And the schoolyard stays peaceful. Conflict resolution is proving to kids they can control violence in the world and in themselves.
And what are some changes you see in yourself?
When I became a mediator, I felt a lot more sure of myself and a lot more proud and everything.
I think I learned to be more patient.
It reminds me of a certain saying that says, before you change the world, you got to change yourself.
Conflict resolution is changing the atmosphere in a variety of schools around the country. In this Des Moines, Iowa middle school, after only 1 year of student mediators, office referrals for student fights have been cut by 75%.
She would hit you when you walked in the
Yeah,
hall?
she slapped my arms.
Okay, then you pushed her once?
I gave her a little nudge and said, stay off me.
It has made it a more serene environment. The students, I think, really believe that we care about them and that we want them to learn to solve their problems.
And, what can you do to solve what happened today?
The mediators ask the disputants to analyze the problem and find a solution both sides feel is right.
I could quit, joking around with him, because obviously he can't take it.
I could just mind my own business.
Is this solution acceptable to both of you?
Yeah.
All this is not child's play. Conflict resolution is taught at a growing number of colleges like Harvard and Stanford.
Is it resolution if one party is forced to the table by physical force?
Here at George Mason University outside Washington, D.C., they give PhDs in conflict resolution. Conflict resolution experts do not believe that conflict is bad. Quite the opposite. They teach that conflict is natural, meaningful, and that it provides opportunity. They seek to help conflict evolve, but with a minimum of violence.
Conflict is something that we deal with every single day. It depends what you do with that conflict and how you deal with that conflict that really matters, okay?
Some schools now start conflict resolution classes in the earliest grades.
Hey, I wanted to go down that slide.
I did.
Aiming for a next generation, not free of conflict, which could never happen,
I think we can flip a penny.
but which understands conflict, knows how to use it, rather than become its victim.
Was that a good solution?
Yeah.
Did it make both of them happy?
Yeah.
Bill Blakemore, ABC News, Brooklyn, New York.